The issue that I've tried to make here, and I made it at the time we talked about the community center, I've tried to make it in our earlier sessions as well, is that we are 15 alder people who saw a budget that looks like this, that is a very, very high-level budget. Okay? The problem is 15 part-time employees do not have the background, the time, or the material from the city to go in and decide if Fred in accounting needs a computer, or how a department can be consolidated, or what in fact can be done to decrease this budget. The point that I have tried to make repeatedly is that saying to the department managers, which Mayor Dickert said he told them, I want a 0% increase from 2010.
I don't know if Fred in accounting needs a computer, but I know a computer's about $1,000 because we kind of buy expensive ones sometimes. It'd be 3,000 computers. We don't have that many people who use computers in the cities. I mean, we're not going to get it by not buying a computer or not buying a power washer or not buying whatever. That's nibbling around the edges. The only way to have sustained cuts in the amount of taxes that are charged is to have sustained cuts in those services that we provide. And I think we're going to have to start talking about that seriously over the course of the next year. How much recreation service do we want? How much other services do we want? It's not going to be comfortable, but it's something we have to do. But the general public needs to be made perfectly aware of everything it is that we have out there so they can understand what the ramifications are of the cuts coming down from the state or the proposed cuts to the tax levy.
The mayor presents a budget, the council reviews that budget, and the council adopts that budget. In the review process, the council can add or subtract from the budget, and in fact, we generally spend 3 to 4 nights poring over it line by line. If there is an extreme amount of fat in that budget, I didn't hear one alderman voice that concern during those nights.
I still think everybody has worked extremely hard on this, and 2011 is going to have to roll up our sleeves, and we're going to have to do a better job. But right now, we can't just say, I can't deal with this, so here, it's yours again. I will be voting yes on this for that reason.
If we want leadership, then let's start leading on the floor of this council and making the motions and making the amendments to change this budget in a way that's positive and one that gets the job done. Real leadership is, real leaders are willing to roll up their sleeves, sharpen their pencils, work with the administration to achieve meaningful change, not voting no on a budget and sending it back and saying, you know, we're not happy with this. It's our job. We were elected to do this. We're the legislative branch. If we truly believe that this budget needs to be trimmed more, then let's start trimming tonight.
It's been suggested that we should give this to other people to do, but this is our job. The mayor, as happens in most forms of government where you have a legislative and executive branch, the mayor submits a budget, the legislative group, us, we edit it, we send it back for approval or veto or whatever, but that's how the job works. This is up to us to do. If we wanted to ask what the impact of a $3 million cut would be, we had hearings with 3 of them, long ones, to talk about that. To ask, you know, Dottie K how she would do with 3 less clinicians or whatever it is we wanted to do. None of those questions were asked by anybody who wants us to reduce by $3 million.
While I agree that zero-based budgets and tax relief are worthy concepts to review and discuss, there's a partnership here. The council sets parameters on the budget, the administration works on the details, and for the council to declare the parameters at the end of the process is not the way we should be leading the budget discussion.
$3 million, if you divide it out by the average amount in employee costs, is roughly 40 positions. We're not going to save $3 million by bulk buying paper clips or by changing the way that we, purchase fuel or anything like that. It's going to come out of people, which is services.